Hey everyone, it's Christmas time, and you know what that means? That means it's time to get excited. We got the Christmas tree, the Burger King crown, we got the Nat King Cole record. You know, bring out the sleigh bells and the lights and the I don't know, candy canes. Like bring out everything. Just bring out everything. It is a wonderful time of the year. See, I bet you guys thought I was sad or something at the beginning. I'm just tired. But anyway, it's time to focus on what this video is all about. Christmas. But not just any Christmas. This year, the #1 greatest Christmas special is turning 60 years old. And that special is obviously A Charlie Brown Christmas. So the Peanuts are one of the most recognizable brands in entertainment. And as I mentioned in my last video, they're one of my favorite groups of characters in all of fiction. There are so many incredible things about this special. You know, there's the iconic opening of the ice skating. There's the even more iconic dance moves during the play. You know, Snoopy, he's jamming out on his guitar. Pigpen's hamming it up on the bass. It's a weird zombie walk thing that kid does. The twins are doing something. I don't know. There's a lot going on. It's also because of the score that to this day remains one of the most recognizable pieces of music of all time. And it's also because Snoopy is in it, and Snoopy is a top 2 character in fiction. And let me tell you, he's not number 2. But the main thing that puts this above other Christmas specials is the tone. You know, sure, it's a Christmas special, but it's not just any Christmas special. You know, it handles depression and internal emptiness. It's about, you know, corporate greed and finding what makes Christmas special. In my opinion, it is not just a Christmas special. It is the Christmas special. And there's not many pieces of kids media that have this kind of tone, especially not ones that take place at Christmas. You know, we're always told, like, Christmas is the most wonderful time of the year. You know, even the first words in the special are Christmas time is here, happiness and cheer. Alright, but Charlie Brown, he doesn't feel happy. Right? He even says in the beginning, like, Linus, I'm depressed. Like, what other kids media just, like, says that? You know, there's not many. It's very similar in tone to me as It's a Wonderful Life, which is not just, in my opinion, the greatest Christmas movie of all time. You could even argue it is the greatest movie of all time. And it's because it takes this most wonderful time of the year and it says, well, actually, it's not. You know, people are upset, people are stressed. I've been stressed. I had so much schoolwork this past week. But now I'm taking a break and I finally have time to get back to you guys. So thank you. And like, these get their power for not being happy, you know? Like, everyone loves a good, like, happy Christmas movie where it's like nothing bad happens, but it's like, you know what we love more? A non-happy Christmas movie that gets happy at the end. And they tell you, like, it is okay. Alright? It's okay to not be happy all the time. And it's especially okay if you're not happy at this time. You're okay to be sad at Christmas. It is okay to be sad at Christmas. You know, everyone's in the Christmas spirit. They're all happy, probably having snowball fights and making snow angels. But not everyone is. And even if they are, they might not actually be happy. And also, there's so many reasons you can be unhappy at this time of year, you know? Like, it's cold. I don't like walking outside and it's like 20 degrees, right? And I have to go to class at 9 a.m. Like, I'm cold. Charlie Brown's friends were super mean to him. Like, what is up with that? And, you know, these movies tend to be very religious, which I know is not everyone's thing. But when I get sad around this time of year, that's what I personally think about, you know? The Prince of Peace, the Messiah, the Savior, who was born just like you and me, in the lowest form as the most vulnerable part of the human life. And, you know, that's not, like I said, that's not everyone's thing. but that is the reason why we have this holiday. You know, it's not about gifts. It's certainly not about capitalism. Okay? Also, like, let's talk about the Christmas tree. Like, I showed you my Christmas tree here in the dorm. It's super festive. The tree sequence is my favorite sequence in the special because Charlie Brown is the tree. Like, he's a bit weird and skinny and kind of ugly, but all it took for him to feel better was to be supported. And, you know, at the end when he's all sad and then his friends are like, man, this tree isn't actually that bad. They're talking about Charlie Brown, all right? They spruce up the tree to make it look nice. And it's like, and then Charlie Brown comes back and he's all better because he knows that his friends actually do care about him. You know, we just like knowing that there's people out there who would, you know, stand out in the cold and just help us stand and be good support for us. And then it ends with everyone standing in a circle and singing one of my favorite Christmas carols, Hark the Herald Angels Sing. Also, one of my favorite, like, facts about this special is that when Lucy asks Charlie Brown to get a tree, she's like, get an aluminum one. And then they go looking for him and Charlie's like, those things are ugly. I didn't know they actually existed until I did some research, and they were atrocious. Like, I don't know why anyone was ever buying them, but the year after this special came out, they basically went away because people were like, Charlie Brown doesn't like aluminum trees, so neither do I. It's like, they were onto something. The Peanuts are one of those brands that stuck for so long. I mean, as I said earlier, Snoopy's my favorite character in all of fiction, and I've seen a bunch of stuff, right? He's also the longest running character in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, which everyone knows is the best parade. And in some ways, he's a symbol of the parade. Also, I dressed up as Charlie Brown for Halloween this year. Alright, like, that's awesome. And so even after 60 years, a Charlie Brown Christmas inspires us to find the joy in this season. I want to thank you all for watching. Merry Christmas, and God bless you.